time has come now to create the rota. This is achieved by clicking the R button and then choosing which template of the rota to work from. In this case we will go for week A1. We then choose what date, starting on the Monday of the particular week, and we're given the option to add an ad hoc list to that template if we so wish. Here we will cancel that option, and RotaTrack then creates the background rota. It informs you of any problems with absences or diary clashes, and the rota is there created. At this stage there may be problems with the rota. For instance, if we look at the Thursday, we can see that there are a couple of sessions which are unfilled. This is not a problem at this stage because none of the consultants or indeed trainees have been assigned from the pool. RotaTrack will assign people from the pool according to their availability and skills, preferences and training requirements. Simply by clicking the Assign button we can achieve this, and here we're given the option to assign anaesthetists, in other words consultant anaesthetists, trainees, and if we wish, the second trainee. With RotaTrack Lite only the consultants will be assigned. With the full version of RotaTrack, the trainees are automatically assigned. Here we're seeing an example of the full version. We can see that these lists have now been covered, in this case by trainees. This of course can be done manually, which is the option with RotaTrack Lite, where the consultants would have been automatically assigned, but the trainees will be assigned according to the drop-down menu. However, in order to ensure that you have not manually created a problem, the check button will check the entire theatre allocations for you, and any issues will be listed. And here we can see that there is an emergency theatre that is uncovered on the 1st, which is the Monday in the morning. We can look at the cancelled sessions in detail. We can view sessions that aren't okay, check each day, and there indeed is the emergency session on the Monday morning. If we look into the detail of the session, we can see that the minimum anaesthetist skill level required, in other words the consultant anaesthetist or principal anaesthetist, is a level 12, and clearly there are no level 12 anaesthetists who are free. Therefore, the administrator of the department will have to make a decision. Are they going to take a consultant with a level 12 from one of the other lists, i.e. a fixed session, in order to allow that list to go ahead, or is that session going to be cancelled? Clearly, that is a decision for the manager of that department. All theatre rotas that have been created are kept on record. By clicking the multiple R button, we can access all the previously created rotas, including the one that we have just created, that is week A1 for the week of 1st of June. The manager of the department may now have made a decision on how to deal with the emergency session. For instance, the manager may decide that the consultant Jonas, who's the principal anaesthetist for the urology list with a skill level of 12, can cover the emergency session, because McGuinness has a skill level of 9 and the principal anaesthetist only requires a skill level of 6. Therefore, if Jonas is cleared from this list and then placed into the emergency list, and the list is then uncancelled, we can then run another check and the system now tells you that the Rota has checked out OK. The Rota actually remains live even after it's been created, so that, for instance, if an individual calls in sick, that can be booked into the diary and its effect on the Rota noted and accommodated. RotaTrack generates multiple printouts and reports, and it will cover anything from information on a particular weekly roster, which may be which consultants are free or which trainees are free, through to training records and summaries of diary information. This can all be published either onto the web or hard copy or as PDFs.